All right, folks, we're actually going to prove that stuff actually isn't that expensive. Most groceries I buy, yes, they've gone up a little bit since the pandemic, but they're not that expensive. We're going to go around to some of the fast food restaurants, i.e. McDonald's and Taco Bell, the closest ones to me. And we are also going to go to like the Woodman's, which is where most people shop, like Woodman's, Pick and Save, Walmart, Target. That's where the majority of people shop around here. Same thing with the rest of America. Remind you that we're in the upper Midwest, and this is basically middle America, not on either coast. And it's actually more expensive here than it is down in St. Louis. The further south you go, generally the cheaper stuff gets, because the average salary also goes down as you go south in the country for the most part. So let's get on the bike and take a stroll. Here we have the Taco Bell value menu. As you can see, 3 of the items are still $1. The cheesy bean and rice burrito is still $1. Spicy potato soft taco is still $1. And the cheesy roll-up is still $1. The other stuff, the double stack taco, those were never $1. But the 3 core value items here, spicy soft taco, cheesy bean and rice burrito, and the cheesy roll-up, still $1. Some of the other stuff has actually gone up, but none of those other things were ever really $1. So yeah, not really that bad. You can still get a couple of burritos and tacos for like $5 to fill you up here. Gas is $3.09. This is at Woodman's. Woodman's is actually like kind of a shop like Costco in the Midwest, except it's not quite as cheap as Costco, and you don't need a membership card. As for drinking water, you can see 2 for $7 or $3.69 each, and it's a 32 pack. And we're talking about those bottles down there, so I think they're standard 400 milliliter bottles. If you don't like those, we have some other options. You have a 28 pack, a 24 plus 4 pack for 2 for $8 or $4.29 each. That's not that much more expensive than before the pandemic. I think that's like 50 cents more. And here we have a sale of $2.99 baby back ribs. Looks pretty good. Pretty much an entire rack for under $10. And a gallon of milk, Prairie Farms Skim at $2.89. A little bit more expensive than I thought, but still not that bad. $2.89. I think I saw the $1.99 variety at Target, but $2.89 here, Prairie Farms. With the I think the $1.89 part was like a generic, non-branded, but $2.89 Prairie Farms Skim milk for a gallon. Yes, medium eggs, $1.99 per dozen. If you want the cage-free version, the extra large cage-free version, only $2.89. Definitely not the $9 or $5 people are talking about. Extra large cage-free, SR medium. This is actually a little bit more expensive than at Target. Some stuff here is cheaper and some stuff here is more expensive. The S&R large eggs over at Target are like $2, I believe. We also have a hot sale here, 5 for $5 Powerade, 28 ounces, $1 each. This is definitely cheaper than at Target. Honey Nut Cheerios, $4.99 for a giant size, and the giant size is 27.2 ounces. This is $6.99 at Target, $4.99 here. I believe this was $3.99 before the pandemic. So increase of roughly 25% over 5 years since 2019. As for the sodas, the ones I would buy anyways, the Sunkist is $1.59 per 2-liter bottle. The Grape Sunkist is the same price. The Sun Drop is also $1.59. The RC Cola is $1.59. And so is this Tahiti Treat. This stuff is actually really good. The Tahiti Treat Punch, $1.59 for a 2-liter bottle. Not really sure why Crush is twice the price of the Sunkist, but Sunkist tastes just as good, so I just buy the Sunkist. Of course, brats, a Wisconsin favorite. They're actually quite a bit cheaper here than at Target. $3.99 here. The beer brats, $3.99. You get 6 of them. I think these were like $3.50 pre-pandemic. I've never seen them below like $3.50. At most $3. So they might have gone up like 20, maybe around 20% since the pandemic. The $3.99, these brats, these are the ones I usually buy, are the beer brats at $3.99 as well. So yeah, they've gone up maybe 20% since 2019, but not quite as bad as people make it out to be. Some of the more expensive ones, $4.29. I think these were maybe like $3.50 before the pandemic as well. So yes, things have gone up a little bit, but not like the 100-200% that people are saying. In terms of McDonald's prices, some of you are saying you pay like $4.35 just for a McChicken. Well, we have a meal deal where you can get either a McDouble or a McChicken, plus 4-piece chicken McNuggets, plus a small fries and a small soft drink for $5. So yeah, not quite as expensive as what was reported. The McChicken itself is $2.29, and if you buy one, you get a one for $1. Since I always buy two, it's $3.29, and comes out to be about $1.70 per. Because one McChicken isn't enough for like lunch or dinner. You need at least 2 or 3 of them, and so I always get 2. But if you want to buy one, it's $2.29. I think this is one of the more expensive McDonald's around town. I think the one on West Side is actually like $1.79, but they don't have the buy one get one for $1 deal. So those are prices at McDonald's, Taco Bell, and Woodman's. Woodman's isn't as cheap as Costco, but still decently cheap. Most of the stuff there is slightly cheaper than Target. I think the milk is slightly more expensive. The eggs are slightly more expensive, but definitely like the sausages and cereal and stuff is quite a bit cheaper. That's generally where most of America shops. They shop at Woodman's, Costco, Sam's Club. They don't really go shop at like Whole Foods and stuff. Yes, some people do, but like the vast majority of America shops at one of the big box stores. So as you can see, Madison is basically mid-America. It's more expensive than most places in the Midwest. Wisconsin's about average nationwide, but Madison's also one of the more expensive places within Wisconsin. Chicago is probably the most expensive place in the Midwest, but Madison is going to be more expensive than probably Indianapolis, St. Louis, a lot of those cities. I know it's more expensive than St. Louis because stuff at my parents' place is generally like 10 to 15% cheaper than it is here. And we live in one of the nicer areas of St. Louis, like a really nice area, but it's still cheaper than here. So yeah, that's basically the prices for middle America. You can say like the prices of gas, yes, it's more expensive than it was, during the lockdown when no one was driving or flying. But it's actually less expensive than when I first got out of college back in 2006 when Bush was in office, and it was like $3.69 per gallon. So gas is extremely volatile. Housing prices are obviously up. Housing prices are definitely up. I think in the last 15, 16 years here, as long as I've been here, I think it's been 18 years. When I first got out, I rented an efficiency in a nice part of town. It was $600 per month. And now that same place is probably $900 to $1,000 per month. So it's gone up by 50, 60%. But if you want to look at my salary, I started at Epic Systems right out of college back in 2006 at $55,000. That same role now is starting at about $95,000. So that salary's also gone up about 60, 70, 80% as well. And the developer salary has gone up probably even more than that. I know they started at like $120,000 or more. So, depending on which industry you're in, your salary could have actually just beaten inflation for the last 15, 16 years. Now, if you're stuck in one of the old industries like manufacturing or farming, you're probably kind of screwed. But if you're in like healthcare, technology, or one of the newer industries, your salaries actually just matched inflation. Because I know like a lot of other salaries that are in tech or healthcare, and they've gone up about the same percentage. Whereas like the ones in manufacturing and like old labor jobs, they're just kind of stuck. So that's just kind of how it is. I don't live in New York City. I don't live in California. I live in the Midwest, one of the more expensive places in the Midwest. But Midwest is basically just middle America. Most of America does not live in New York or California. They, they live in middle America and they live in other places. Yes, I have gone to South Carolina and those places, like the southern East Coast, and here is more expensive than there. Madison is essentially more expensive than most of the Midwest and and quite a bit more expensive than most of the South. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button, and I will see you guys later.